Hello everyone, welcome to AKS IAS main Shikshana-FREE initiative. This is Santosh Koka. Today's question that is related to polity. Question for 9th July 2024. Discuss the role of parliamentary committees in the Indian legislative process. Recently we have seen in the news regarding these parliamentary committees and also especially ethics committee regarding the Mahua Moitra's related news, right? So ethics committee is also very important. Whether ethics committee or parliamentary committees, totally parliamentary committees, one question should be there in the upcoming examinations, whether it is APPSC or TSPSC or UPSC. Okay, be careful, be focus on that topic particularly related to polity. Okay, so discuss the role of parliamentary committees in the Indian legislative process. Before going to write the answer, we need to take our routine strategy, that is 3 steps before writing the answer. First one is question reading. We need to read the question carefully, right? Here we need to identify how many subparts are there, total parts are there in the question. Only here, only single part is there, no issues. And also how many question tags are there? What is the topic here? The topic is parliamentary committees. We need to know some important aspects or some basic concepts regarding parliamentary committees, right? Next, what is the question tag here? Discuss. What are the important keywords are there, right? Role. Discuss the role of parliamentary committees in the Indian legislative process. We need to focus on only in the Indian legislative process, not others, right? So some other examples need to be included in certain categories regarding the entire world, right? That no need to mention all the important information other than Indian legislative process here. So next step is brainstorming. We need to brainstorm here. Brainstorming means we need to recollect some important information regarding the parliamentary committees. We can recollect some acts, we can recollect some articles, right? We can recollect some amendments or recommendations or reports, recently included reports, that is CA related examples or CA information, right? Current affairs included, for example, related to ethics committee or something, right? So here we need to focus on time management, right? 1 minute for question reading and 1 minute for brainstorming. Then finally we need to present the answer in a 6 minutes time, right? Totally we can complete our answer, each and every answer in 8 minutes, right? If you are not following these 2 steps, then it will take 12 minutes, about to approximately 12 minutes or more, right? So be careful on that. We need to take care regarding the steps, 3 steps before writing the answer. Okay, this will be useful in your examination. Okay, next, coming to the approach, we need to follow a clear and clarity approach here. We need to follow. So approach, what is the approach here? Introduction. We need to, already we have discussed so many questions, almost 10 questions, right? In that each and every question we have included introduction that is related to CA. First we need to write CA introduction, then we need to connect it with static part, means basic part regarding the topic, right? That is the main rule, right? CA related to parliamentary committees. What are the important recent recent developments regarding parliamentary committees? We have certain developments, means current affairs. In May 2023, especially in May 2023, one joint parliamentary committee submitted its reports on personal data protection bill. That is the case here. Very important here. This is a significant step in shaping India's data privacy framework, right? So it very highlights the crucial role played by the parliamentary committees. That will be helpful to connect your answer here, right? So CA related introduction should be there. And also next we need to connect it with the statics. What is the static part here? We need to mention, we can mention or we can define what is parliamentary committees here, what is PC's parliamentary committees, or we can mention different types. We have 2 types, major 2 types of parliamentary committees, right? Standing committees and ad hoc committees. All we are know that, right? Here we have types of committees, and also we have subtypes in the standing committees. We have other committees, and ad hoc committees we have certain committees, right? So we can include in simply we can include in the flow chart, right? Like this. Okay, it will be clear to the examiner, right? That is the major part here. In between, after introduction, we need to focus on certain static part, right? Next, what is the role of parliamentary committees? Especially it was mentioned in role as in the question, right? Role of parliamentary committees, we need to mention some pivotal role played by the legislative process, that is examining bill. It will examine the bills that are oversight the executive, or policy examination, or financial control. All the important steps taken by the parliamentary committees that plays a pivotal role, right? So that is the part in case before writing our significance part, because the question asked regarding here, that is discuss. Discuss means what is that? Discuss means positives. We need to write positives means here significance, and negatives means here challenges, and need to mention some solving techniques means needed measures, right? So first of all, we need to write significant part. What are the important significance here, especially related to parliamentary committees? It will scrutinize the bills or some other detailed scrutinization will be there. Committee shall allow for detailed examination of legislative proposals, right, during parliamentary sessions. That will be important, significant, right? For example, 15th Finance Commission recently recommendations, especially 15th Finance Commission recommendations were thoroughly debated in these committees meetings before being accepted, right? Each and every important bills or proposals were scrutinized here. That is the major significance. Next, executive accountability. Here, through reports and questioning, committees hold the executive accountable, right? Here, accountability is the major step or major aspect of our governance, right? So, for example, we have Comptroller and Auditor Generals, right? CAG reports. These reports will be examined by the parliamentary committees only, right? That is the major important step here. Next, expertise utilization. We need committees can seek expert opinions, conduct field visits and all, right? That is the important role played by the parliamentary committees, right? This was evident in already joint parliamentary committees work on personal data protection bill. That is very, very important. Recently, it was taken by these parliamentary committees where multiple stakeholders were consulted also, right? Efficient functioning was there, right? Significance part, efficient functioning. It will help in distributing the workload of the parliament, making the legislative process more efficient and effective also, right? All these are important, significant. We can write 2 to 3 points or 3 to 4 points, okay? Those are enough here. So next we need to write some challenges, needs, negatives, right? What is the important challenges facing by parliamentary committees here? Lack of transparency, especially in the, for example, recently proceedings of joint parliamentary committees on the personal data protection bill were not made public. That is the major concern from the public, raising concerns about the transparency of the proposal, right? This can be written as an example, right? Protection bill, personal data protection bill were not made public. That is the main issue. Next, political influence. We have a lot of political influence in the certain systems of our government, right? That is the major issue. We can write this important point in important challenge in each and every question, right? So the composition of committees often reflect the political strength of parties, especially here partisan decisions leading more than objective scrutiny. That is the major issue here. Next, resource constraints. We have committees often face limitations in terms of research and support, right? Regarding the resources impacting their effectiveness, especially, right? Resource constraints also very, very important challenge. Then already we have negatives or problems. We need to, as a upcoming civil servant, we need to provide some solutions to solve the problems, right? So measures needed. Enhancing the transparency. What is the important point here? To enhance our transparency regarding the parliamentary committees, making committee proceedings more open to the public and enhance, right? We need to make open to the public, right? That can create public trust, right, regarding the parliamentary committees. Next, publishing reports and making deliberations accessible to online. That is the very important step here. Next, strengthening research support. This is also same point we are writing, rewriting this challenge, right? Strengthening research report. Lack of transparency or lack of something, right? Strengthening research support, providing committees with adequate research support and resources. That is also very important point here. Reducing political interference. Same point. Political influence or interference is there in the as a challenge, right? Here we need to reduce what we need to reduce the political interference. We need to tell some measures to reduce, right? Already we have parliamentary library and research service, PLRS, right? Parliamentary library and research service, right? Very important here. So here providing committees with adequate research and support, and also reducing political service, ensuring interference, ensuring a non-partisan approach in committee work can be majorly expertise. Here, expertise scrutiny is more important than partisan decisions, right? That is the major important thing. Next, finally, we need to conclude with some important target, connecting with the important target. If we follow above measures, we can achieve something, right? Like that. As India continues to evolve as a democratic nation, robust parliamentary committees will be crucial here, right? To take informed decision making and effective governance are also leading to a more accountable or transparent legislative process. That is the important connectivity point here. That should be a futuristic note, right? Because we are writing a conclusion, right? Climax part. Okay. So next, this is the important approach we need to follow here. So let's take one important question, important answer written by Shashidhar. So parliamentary committees are often called as mini parliament as they effectively deal with qualitative legislation and democratic discussions. Very good. So simply written as a static concept. Okay, good. Parliamentary committees simply standing and ad hoc. This is also types differently. In the flowchart, he displayed as a types of parliamentary committees. Role, exact accountability, or example, departmental standing committees we have promotes diverse views qualitatively dealing with bills. They are appointed speaker or chairman, right? Decreases workload, parliament, right? Invites, makes use of expertise from various sources, monitors functioning parliament, house committees or library committees, etc. We have ad hoc and static committees, right? Ad hoc means temporary, right? Standing committees means permanent, right? Deals about socio-economic inclusive development, especially committee on women, etc. Right? Issues. What are the important issues? He has written here 17th Lok Sabha had seen only 16% of bills referred to committees, unlike previous, right? Very good. Lack of functioning and attendance of MPs, multiple ministries being dealt by fewer committees. That is also workload regarding issues we have. Advisory in nature, only parliamentary committees are in as a advisory in nature. That is also one challenge as of now facing. What are the important measures here? As parliamentary committee provisions like membership, pensions are not provided in especially constitution, they need to have constituted backing. That is also constitutional backing needed to be improved here. Rationalizing number of ministries and committees accordingly, accepting the recommendations of committees. The same points we need to rewrite here, right? Whatever we have challenges, we need to rewrite, not same but in unique or different, right? We need to tell some solution based. Okay. Finally, making use of parliamentary committees effectively helps in upholding democratic constitutional aspirations of preamble, that is people of India. Very good. So here all important connectivity points were there. We need to connect here important current affairs. We need to connect the introduction with the current affairs every time I'm telling, right? We need to connect. First of all, we need to write a CA introduction, then we can start with static part. This is static part, right? So next, role, that is good. Role, you have written role, important aspects of role with including certain examples and also issues. Very good. And also measures also mentioned very decently. So finally, conclusion also certainly linked with our static preamble target, right? Very good. So here we can include some important CA related information, especially ethics committee related issue or something, joint parliamentary committees, or here we can include parliamentary, especially here parliamentary library and research service also there regarding strengthening and research support, right? We need to include that. Okay, all those are important missed points, please rectify it. So overall here we can give out of 10 marks 5 marks we can give to the answer, especially well written, well framed or well structured answer, except some few reports or indices or inclusion of some important recent updates. Okay, so we can include articles also here, right? Okay, focus on that. Next we need to focus on next main section question for 10th July 2024, that is day 12. Evaluate the impact of social media on societal norms and values. That is related to our subject society, very important, related to UPSC, not only UPSC and also APPSC, TSPSC. Okay, evaluate. What is evaluate? Evaluate means we need to uh, proof, or we need to give some justification, and also we need to assess, right? Analyze plus positives and negatives also we need to give here. Okay, already we have discussed 15 question tags in a separate video, please go through that. So impact social media is the concept that is related to societal norms and values. All these are important keywords. Okay, please be focused and write your answer and upload in the app assignment section of the app. Okay, thank you very much, all the very best.